Here was Justice Scalia defending the court's 2010 Citizens United decision, the one that sold off our government to a small handful of billionaires and transnational corporations.
Yeah, I think Thomas Jefferson would have said the more speech, the better. That's what the First Amendment is all about. So long as the people know where the speech is coming from.
But it's not speech. Yes, money is speech. Thomas Jefferson just did a barrel roll in his grave. Not only would Jefferson, who feared the power of the aristocracy or the super rich more than any other founding father, not only would he have disagreed with Citizens United on principle, he also would have disagreed with the enormous power grab the court made in that decision. In Citizens United, Scalia and the other four super right-wing justices rewrote a century of established election law going all the way back to the Tillman Act of 1807, which banned corporate contributions in our elections under the administration of Republican President Teddy Roosevelt. And here's what Jefferson thought about the Supreme Court overturning laws like McCain-Feingold, which was overturned with Citizens United, that have been passed by Congress and signed by the president. As Jefferson wrote to John Adams' wife, Abigail, in 1804, the opinion which gives to the judges the right to decide what laws are constitutional and what not only for themselves in their own sphere of action, but for the legislature and executive also in their spheres, would make the judiciary a despotic branch. And as Jefferson wrote to Virginia Supreme Court Justice and Patrick Henry's father-in-law, Spencer Roane, in 1819, if the judiciary is the last resort in relation to the other departments of government, then indeed is our Constitution a complete felo de so, a suicide pact. The Constitution on this hypothesis is a mere thing of wax in the hands of the judiciary. Jefferson knew the job of interpreting the Constitution should be left up to we the people, not 9 kings on the Supreme Court, and certainly not corporations and the super rich. As Jefferson wrote in 1820, still bitter about the Supreme Court's decision nearly 20 years earlier, when the legislative or executive functionaries act unconstitutional, they are responsible to the people in their elective capacity. The exemption of the judges from that is quite dangerous enough. I know of no safe depository of the ultimate powers of society but the people themselves.